Hey there, Immature97 here with
Shawnee Diamond 1100.
This is GameFans episode 7. This is our newest current video coming out after a while. We haven't put any up. Haven't really been able to get in contact or had the time to make the next video, which really kind of sucks, which I'm glad we did it now because last night around midnight this morning, I wouldn't say, doesn't feel right saying last night because midnight is technically the next day. For the GameStop up in the Ashland Mall here, that was the first time I received a copy of Resident Evil 6. So we'll be doing a review of those. I'll try to get some footage up of me playing a little bit of Mercenaries and Agent mode. Try to get a little bit of one chapter of the story in or so. One thing I want to point out about the case is when he's holding it up. If you look closely, it looks like a woman blowing a giraffe. I've seen someone make a photo of it on Facebook, and I kind of stared at it for a little bit, and you can kind of see right here where the woman's blown. This is the woman right here. That part of the 6 is the woman, and then the rest, well, is the giraffe, and you can kind of see why it looks like a woman blowing a giraffe. Not most people know that, but I wanted to go ahead and point that out because I don't know if anybody's noticed it. But in this video, we're going to go over some. I want to go over some of the older games from the SNES, the Super Nintendo Entertainment System. It's one of the biggest, most blockiest Nintendos of all time that I've seen. I have not seen one. It's about the size of an Atari, which I wish I had some Atari games to show, but I don't. This one actually has 3 games. I know it has the original Super Mario Brothers, Duck, and
World Class Track Meet.
Never figured that one out. Duck Hunt, there's the original Super Mario Brothers, all of them. Love them today. Awesome game. But this game, it goes to an Atari game system size. Oh, I can't talk. Help me out here. It goes to a game system about the size or a little bit bigger of an Atari. Hopefully you guys remember these systems. And I think I'm making a mistake. It's not an SNES, it's a NES. It's the original Nintendo. I wanted to go back and correct myself there before I posted this, and I noticed what I'd done. But I mean, other than we got that, I got a couple old PlayStation 2 games of mine I found. PlayStation 1 games I found of mine. We'll go over that. I'll go over a little bit of Resident Evil 6. I don't need to go over Mario. Everyone knows Mario.
Unless you're stupid.
I know some people that are. Screw you. I know some people that don't even know who Zelda is. Yeah. One of them was my ex-girlfriend, and she played games, and she didn't even know who Zelda is.
Which one?
Kayla.
Oh, no.
She didn't even know who Zelda was, and she played video games. Sad. That's real sad. But I'll go over some old PlayStation games, I'll go over a little bit of Resident Evil 6. I want to go over Dawn Guard and Heartfire. Both are DLC for Skyrim. I'll go over the DLC for Resident Evil 6. I'll try my best to give you all updates on the PS3 release on those two. My friend just got it from PlayStation 3, so he'll be looking out for it. And the Fallout 3, I'd hate to break it to you. I've looked it up, and I've found nothing close to the online play that allows you to get online and play with other people on Fallout 3 for the PlayStation 3. They may be making something, but I have not found nothing online about a release date.
Speaking of that, if you're my friend on the PlayStation 3, quit asking me about the online pass for Fallout 3. I don't know when it's coming out. Quit asking.
What up? I'll hopefully have a PlayStation 3 myself soon if I can get another job. Or if I can get back to the job I had and paid good. Yeah, I'll go over some DLC, the basics, what we used to do. We're trying to get back in this. We've been up staying up late. This is probably my third can of Red Bull. It's probably his second.
You know what pisses me off? Can't fly yet.
I'm on my third can. How do you think I feel? So, yeah. But we'll try to make this video as interesting as possible since we haven't really done it in a while. We'll try to make episodes. It'll be from episode 8 to 10. One of those 3 episodes. We'll have YouTube Live with it. We'll be on live. You can ask us anything. Fill us in on what you want us to do. You can help us out on tell us what can make the show a little bit more exciting. How it'll appeal to you, and hopefully the more and more we get out there, the more views I can get, and the more equipment I can get to help with YouTube videos and actually help post online play without recording it from my iPhone, which would help me a lot. No lie. Or help me get on there with the big companies like Machinima, Rooster Teeth, Ali just a lot of them. Just Sony, Microsoft, just get in there and be like all these other people and hopefully get some updates. And once you see there's a Game Shark to a Game Boy Advance, I'd hate to switch topic like that, but I'll go over that too. There's the old cheat systems. And go over some cheat systems. There's some I won't be able to show you because they involve being on the computer and we ain't got nothing to record what we do on the desktop. But
Cheat Engine is my favorite code program.
It's everybody's. You can hack into just about anything. But I think we're going to start off. I already showed you the NES game, yes. Super Mario, the block system game, I'll call it. These next ones, I'm going to tell you. This one I'm getting ready to show you, I haven't played but once.
And it's sad. The next generation will have no idea what those are.
Yeah, I know.
They won't even know what a watch is, probably.
Yeah. I have a full game and then I have a demo of another game. This game I've played once and I'm not happy with it. It's Mike Tyson Boxing for the PlayStation 1. Oh god.
Can you bite a guy's ear off?
I wish. No. I think this was before that incident. These other boxing games that they're coming out with, you can probably bite someone's ear off, but that one you can't. Sadly, no. It's got poor graphics. The game just plain sucks. But, I played it once because I didn't like it very well. If somebody wants it, I'll probably trade them for it or do whatever, but I doubt it'll be in great condition because it's been sitting in a house for a while, and I know this game by the looks of it. I know this game ain't in great condition. Now, this is a demo CD. I wish I had the full game, and it still worked, and I'd be playing it. And I never would have got rid of my PlayStation 2. It's a Ape Escape. Crazy little game. Crazy little game. You get a butterfly net, and you go and you chase monkeys. If you've heard of it, then you know what I'm talking about. You get a little RC car and all this cool stuff you wish you had as a kid. You go out and you catch monkeys with these little blinking lights on their head, with these helmets. And they're stuck on their heads, it's brainwashing them. It's just...
make it more fun? Give them the RC cars off Black Ops.
I think the point of the professor in this game was to capture the monkeys because they're superior to a race or some experiment.
I don't care. Make it more fun. Have C4 rigged RC cars.
Yeah, I think the professor in it said something about being superior to a race or something like that. I've watched the game. 10 years. So, really old games. Hey, we made it past 10 minutes and we ain't bored yet. Me and my buddy were just sitting here talking. Usually our videos go to 10 minutes because we get bored at 10 minutes. And we just made it past the 10-minute mark by about 30 seconds.
26. 27.
30 seconds.
28. 30 now, 30 seconds.
Which is a big milestone for us because we've never made a video this long. But we're going to get up to the upper games, like from the newer systems.
We've already showed one.
There's a couple of them I had that I returned because I didn't like them. Deus Ex was okay for a while. Deus Ex Human Revolution. Kick-ass graphics, kick-ass battle scenes. Everything in that game was good. Except for the storyline. It makes no sense. You play as a guy mechanically altered, or as they say, augmented to these machine parts where you can stretch your fingers into robotical parts and you blades that shoot out of your elbows and glasses that can allow you to see the outline.
Make him try the experiment. Then humans can lick their own elbow.
Blades, not humans. I meant to say blades. Come out of your own elbow. And you got these little sunglasses that don't even go back close around your ears at all. They just stick on your eyes and they allow you to see the outline of people on walls, and you can punch through and kill them like that.
I didn't say you said humans. I meant let's make him try the experiment that humans can't lick their own elbow. If he can do it, he don't have a tongue no more.
And I know there's some fans of this game I'm getting ready to mention. Assassin's Creed. Alright, I know there's a bunch of Assassin's Creed fans out there that played through all of them. I know there's Assassin's Creed 1, Assassin's Creed 2, Brotherhood, Revelations.
And the new one that's coming out, 3.
And there's a bunch for the DS. There's 2 now for the DS and 2 for the PSP. The second one for the PSP goes through a woman's point of view of an assassin. And then 3 is coming out recently. I haven't played 3, but I've played Assassin's Creed.
Nobody has. It ain't out yet.
I've played from the first one all the way up to Revelations on the 360. I haven't played the DS. I played the PSP one. It sucked.
Okay, speaking of Revelations, the ending to that game pissed me off.
Who doesn't? We'll get to the ending in a minute, but Assassin's Creed 1 is okay. I like it. I thought the graphics were amazing at first. Played Assassin's Creed 2. Graphics got even better. The weapons you can use got even better. And, you thought they wouldn't carry it on.
Speaking of the second game, don't know if you've seen the video of it or not, but in one of the assassin's tombs, the one that has water all over the floor, if you look down into the water, there is a giant squid swimming in it.
I don't think that's the second one. I think that's Brotherhood.
That's the second one. Because the second one's the only one you go into assassin's tombs in.
I don't know, I guess it is the same one. Yeah, you see a giant octopus or giant squid, whatever you want to call it. Giant kleptopod.
You look down, it's just swimming right across.
Biologists call the squid.
And I tried to jump in with it, but it doesn't do nothing. It just swims away faster.
But, graphics got better on the second game, and weapons and all that. When you think it can't get any better, Brotherhood comes out. You get a parachute, you get all this other stuff, and it keeps getting better and better and better. You're like, okay, so they're going to lead on to a new game. You can tell in this one. Boom, Revelations. Awesome one. You get a hook blade, you get all this cool stuff. You get to use some of the old stuff in the old games. You get some newer equipment. And
at the end of Revelations, Ezio quits. He quits. Yeah. He takes off his hidden blades and everything else and quits.
He quits because he's reached the end of his time.
I know. It made me mad.
But, Brotherhood and Revelations, awesome game. New weapons. Love the hook blade. Sadly, you have to replace one of your blades with the hook blade, but it works just like it. And one thing that bothered me, the mission where you go pick the flowers, he uses the hook blade to cut the flowers. Why don't he just
Pluck it.
Just pluck.
Oh no.
You know, just pluck the flower right out of the ground instead of just. And you only pick 3, and then you go back to her and you got 4 or 5. How does that happen? I don't know. But and the ending, sadly, yes, it.
And I have to say, Revelations is pretty glitchy.
Yeah, he told me about a glitch where he was going down on a zip line, spinning, doing a 360 on the way down. I laughed. I don't know how.
Just went on the zip line, all of a sudden. I'm like.
But yeah, before you get to the very end, after the credits of Revelations, you want to let the last stuff get on my nerves where he plays Altair for the final time. You walk crazy. You're like the turtle.
Mostly because he's like 50 or 60 years old.
And you're just like waddling as slow as you can. And I made the mistake of going down the hill and then having to waddle all the way back up the hill to the top where the objective was. Oh my god. And I thought in the games you expect all assassins to move fast, at a fast pace, no matter what, until you get this Altair at the last level. And then after all that, and you go through all that, you go through the credits, blah, 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 the ending. You're standing in a cave and there's these giant doors that open up on the light, and that's it. That ends the game. So, what strikes me is in Assassin's Creed 3, is it still Desmond going as Connor, or have they changed that too? If they change that, I'm gonna be mad, because that ain't following. Because these games go through Desmond going into his timeline, his histories of assassins, and why would they put an assassin in a civil war, in the Revolutionary War, in Assassin's Creed 3?
Because the Templars were still around during the Civil War.
You would think with it being an Assassin's game, it would make better sense, but I mean, I like the way they're going to do this, where you can get in the woods, you can actually hunt and do all this. Just like Skyrim, you know. All that stuff.
I wonder, Altair was French, Ezio's Italian. What's Connor going to be? British?
No, he's American.
Dang. I wanted to go through with a British accent.
Hello, governor. But that's enough about Assassin's Creed. I just wanted to get that one out of the way. There's so many games of that.
Let's talk about Prototype.
No, Prototype and Prototype 2. We played it on his PlayStation.
Prototype 1, everybody thought it was great because you're Alex Mercer. He's the one that started the whole infection thing. Because he spilled it on himself and he wouldn't let nobody test on him to get rid of it.
And then the second one, it's like you're a god.
Yeah. Alex Mercer has his limits to his powers. He can only run so far up a building and he can only glide so far. But James Heller, he's like the god of the infection or something. He can run up the side of the Empire State Building and just jump right back down it. Not take any fall damage whatsoever.
That reminds me of another Crackdown.
You can jump off of anything on that game. Except off of a cliff. You can't jump off there.
Yeah, you can.
Not if there's no bottom to the cliff.
I haven't seen one bottomless cliff on that game since I played it. And I jumped, went down and smashed cars and threw cars and all that. And
it's called a glitch. I hate it when that happens. You just sit there running and fall through.
If you notice, it's like they took Prototype, copied it to the Xbox and renamed it Crackdown and took all of the guys' syndicate powers away, and you know.
That's weird because Crackdown was made before Prototype.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
Well, then Prototype is a cocked up version of crackdown, which makes it better because you can absorb people to turn into them and all this cool shit.
You don't absorb them, you eat them.
Whatever. Same thing. But,
We're at 20 minutes.
Wow, that's awesome.
That's 2 of our last videos.
Oh, God. Well, let's just hope YouTube will accept this.
It should.
It says over 15 minutes, but I don't know when it stops.
People make videos every 10 hours. I'm sure we can make 20 minutes.
I'm sure we can, but we're going to move off Prototype now. Awesome game, love it. Graphics are just about like Resident Evil 6. So amazing, it's almost lifelike. Okay, Dawn Guard. Oh, I love Dawn Guard for Skyrim.
PlayStation 3 doesn't have it yet.
And for all you PlayStation 3 goers, Dawn Guard and Hearthfire, they have not yet set a release date. So if anybody has any questions about that...
But however, Microsoft is working together with PS3 to get it to PlayStation.
Yeah, I mean, if you have any questions about it, fill me in and I'll try to... I guess I'll try to help you as best I can. Can't really help it this much because we ain't really got much information. We can't get as much information as we used to get in our old videos.
People think we're going to have no life. Games. People probably think we have no life getting all this information and stuff.
It's whatever they want to think, really. But
they probably think we don't, even though we don't have to go to school anymore. So.
And that's the time we graduated. As many as we wanted.
Yeah, we graduated, so whatever.
Yeah. Like I said, Dawn Guard, you'll love it. Awesome DLC for Skyrim. What I thought was awesome is if you go through and you join Dawnstar or the Dawn Guard, it's basically an army going against vampires that goes out and kill them. You go out and you save this vampire lord's daughter, and he gives you the choice. You got 3 choices. I don't know what the third one is. There's
and the vampire princess is Serana.
That's I think everyone. No.
Serana.
Yeah, Serana. That's his daughter's name. He gives you 3 choices after saving her. You can either remain a werewolf, he can cure you, and become a vampire lord. And I think the third one is to choose not to follow him. If you choose that, you die. He kills you.
Just to point out, Vampire Lord is a lot better than werewolf form.
Yeah.
A whole lot better.
And with this, you can upgrade your beast form, where you normally can't do it with Dawn Guard. Now you can. I don't know how I'm going to get the achievement on my Xbox for the Master Werewolf, because I gotten rid of that form to become a Vampire Lord, and I upgraded that all the way. And
yeah, if you want to get the achievement or trophy, PlayStation 3 users,
before you complete the mission, upgrade the werewolf all the way.
Yeah, I'd level up with the werewolf first. Unless you're close to the level cap, then I wouldn't. But in Dawn Guard, the level cap is increased, so.
I think the highest level you can go to begin with was 100, and you can't go any higher than that.
It was 80. The highest level now is 85.
No, the highest now is 100.
I was in 85.
I got an achievement on my Xbox that says no, it's 100 because if you remember, I went through all my skills and it said reach level 100 to unlock the skill for the lockpick to where I can.
Yeah, reach the skill level 100, not the actual level.
I don't think that's what it meant.
Yeah, that's what it meant.
Huh.
Skill level 100, not.
It's either 85 or 100 for the highest level. I don't know. I haven't really paid attention to it. I think I got an achievement on my Xbox.
Oh, well, even if it is 100, it's so hard. You probably won't even reach 100 because all your skills, they level up so fast.
Which lockpicking I recommend?
Keep the skeleton key if you're a nightingale.
Yeah, don't...
Because it doesn't break.
It's like the god of all lockpicks. I haven't took it back yet, so I haven't got my powers for it yet.
I shouldn't have. You know, you can take the skeleton key back, I think. Just left it there. So I don't know if you can take it back or not. Mm. If I can take it back, I'm going back up to that temple and I'm getting it back.
But lockpicking, I'm great at first because if you don't know, if y'all haven't done anything with your lockpicking like me, I hardly level up my skills. You level it up all the way, and there's this one perk in it that allows that if there's a key, a door that requires a key, it automatically tapes it and it unlocks, and you can go in that door. Which I think your lock skill pick for that, I think is 100. I think that's it. No, that's making lock picking master easy. That's making master lock picks easier.
Having the wax copy power up makes it better than carrying all those daggone keys around.
I just got rid of all my keys and put them in the chest in the Dark Brotherhood since it seems to be bottomless, as you say.
I think it is.
But, and another thing, Hearthfire.
I have 120 objects in that Dark Brotherhood chest.
I've been sitting in this down. My left foot's asleep. Hearthfire, though, if you build a house, don't hire a stewardess. And if you do, don't have her build your house, because I paid 2,000 gold to furnish my bedroom.
She's lazy.
She has not done. She just walks around and goes, "How may I help you?"
She's
I'm your
lazy.
shield and your sword, protector of your life. She just rants and raves and doesn't do anything.
She's lazy.
Every now and then she'll go in there and she'll use the oven and, like, use that padding.
She'll cook.
Move the bread around and stick it in the bottom and then go walk around the house some more. But Hearthfire is amazing. You can build your own house.
I moved bread. Damn, I'm exhausted.
And what's funny is I just recently got married on the game.
You did?
Yeah.
Awesome.
You know Riverwood?
Yeah, speaking of marriage, Serana, I'm going to save you the trouble of looking it up. You can't marry her.
No. Sadly, you can't. If you could, I would get rid of the one I'm married to.
But you can't. But you can't marry. If you're a vampire, you can't marry other vampires. But you can marry a werewolf.
I'm a vampire lord. I don't think that matters to me.
I don't think so either. But you can't marry a vampire, but you can marry a werewolf.
Yeah, but
I married Ayla.
If you could marry her, I would leave the one I'm with now and go to that one.
You can't. Once you marry somebody, you can't leave her. You can't get married again.
But you can.
No, you can't. I've tried. After I killed AL accidentally, I tried to get another wife. I couldn't. I even tried to go talk to that guy and try to get a divorce. He wouldn't let me.
Why?
There's an option that you can get a divorce, but mine was all darkened out. It wouldn't let me pick it.
She was dead.
I know, but that's a good reason to get a divorce, isn't it?
You don't get divorced if you're dead. You're technically divorced with all the legal crap.
You still can't. So now I have Ayla's dead body in the basement of my house.
This is funny. I spent hours and hours and hours and hours looking for someone to marry to in that game. Went into Riverwood, the trader, where that woman sits there. You go get the claw. She started talking to me. And she was interested. With Hearthfire, you can ask your spouse to move into your house with you.
You don't need Hearthfire for that.
And I went to talk to her to get her to move into the house I built. The only option she gave me was you can move in with me.
She don't want to move in with you. You have to move in with her.
And before you click on her, she goes, "Now we just need to figure out the living arrangements. You can live with me if you want. It's all right." And then the brother, says, "Thank you for getting rid of the bandits in Riverwood." That happened way back at the beginning of the game. I'd have to say.
He's got a late reaction. He tried to work up the courage to say thank you.
I think that's enough about Skyrim. I think we're going to go into the one main reason that I really wanted to make this video, and that was this game right here, my My new
Which we already
pride and
showed.
joy. Resident Evil 6.
With the woman blowing her giraffe.
Alright, with this game, if you pre-ordered it, you get the game disc, and then you get this expansion pack disc.
And all it does is change the language.
I didn't know what it was. I didn't know what to do. I stuck it in and I said download expansion for British voice, Canadian voice.
I want the British.
Yeah, it has French, British, German, and you're going to laugh at this one, Canadian.
That's funny,
Why?
eh? That's funny, eh?
Why would we want our characters in Resident Evil 6 to sound like Justin Bieber?
What are you talking about?
Canadian voice. Really? Okay. This game. Awesome. Spoiler alert, though. Once you fight the dude that's been that Ada injects this dude, the director, with the C virus, and first time you fight him, takes the form of this dog, horse, liquor, hybrid bullshit.
And beware of shellfish.
Yeah, these people turn into shellfish. As Conan O'Brien said it.
Yes, Conan called them shellfish.
So that name kind of stuck for me.
We don't know what they're called.
But yeah, he turns into this dog, horse, liquor, hybrid bullshit. And spine breaks out and shoots spikes like a porcupine and shit. Yeah.
Sometimes when you shoot the zombies, their arm pops off and then they grow this like lobster arm that reaches like across the freaking map.
No, that one's a noodle. That one's the noodle arm. The lobster arm is the big one that comes out and looks like a scythe, and they swing and hit you with it. That's the lobster.
I hate the one that grabs you. They just sit there.
Yeah, you can't hide behind anything hardly because they'll reach their arm across, pull you out from behind the barrier, and slam you on the ground. But as I said about the C-Virus dude, the second time you fight him, he takes form of T-Rex. And having a car with him, this is the T-Rex was the spoiler alert, one of them. You ride in the back of a car with machine guns, and it kind of reminded me of the movie Jurassic Park. Because you're not driving in a straight line though. You're going around in a circle with it chasing you, shooting you, and it's in the shape of it's in the form of a T-Rex. Almost a T-Rex. It's got like these plant things like Excella did in Resident Evil 5, and when it opens its mouth, it's got a giant eyeball right there.
32 minutes. We're at 32 minutes.
Cool. 32 minutes.
Nobody's gonna watch all this.
Yeah, they will.
Unless they're really bored.
But the Catacombs, I haven't played it yet. I expect to play it soon. I played a little bit of Mercenaries. I played the first one, which is a city. There ain't much time bonuses there.
Tell them about the useless. Tell about the useless thing you played earlier. That was totally pointless.
Okay, what he's talking about. Agent mode. No, it's called Agent 100. It's any one of the missions where, so far I've only seen with Leon, you become the zombie. You're the zombie and you hunt the person playing as the agent. Leon, Chris, Sherry, Jake, and whatever the Pierce, and whatever the hell the girl's name is that's with Leon. I forgot her name. And soon, I looked on the internet and they said something about an Ada story. There is no Ada storyline. I don't know what to tell you. If people's playing as Ada in Resident Evil 6, it's got to be either a glitch, a mod, or something, because there is no Ada Wong story mode on this disc. There's just Leon, Chris, and Jake.
And Sherry.
No Sherry.
I can play as Sherry in the demo.
Well, yeah, but she...
I know, she's in Jake's story mode.
She falls on with Jake's story mode. But yeah, Agent Hunter is useless. It sucks. I'm not very good at it. I died a bunch of times, so I rage quit.
Is Jake the only one that has the elephant killer?
Yes.
I love that gun.
If you guys remember Resident Evil 5, the strongest Magnum you get a hand cannon, the Magnum with the long barrel that when you shoot it'll kick back like that.
All Magnums have long barrels, but
not the Lightning Hawk, the L-Hawk. But in this one they call it the Elephant Killer.
It's awesome.
I love it. I mess with all the zombies. I'll aim and they'll move to the side. And I'll shoot, and then when I go to reload, they think it's like I'm still aiming, and they move to the side and reload, and I'll point, aim, shoot, and I'll kind of do what everybody else does.
It's the easiest way to kill shellfish, too.
Just copy everybody else. I'll talk to the game and go, there, you shouldn't have moved over while I was reloading, until after I reloaded. Not while I was reloading.
What's you gonna do?
So bad. Elephant Killer's awesome. The only thing, Jake, I like him because hand-to-hand, he has the option. You got a machine gun, a sniper, a pistol, a knife, and 2 pistols, the Magnum and the handgun. The knife, and then this is the best option I think so far with him. You got a hand-to-hand combat option. And with him being Wesker's son, the power that's behind his hits,
yes,
when he hits those zombies, is amazing. This game, I'm going to go ahead and say I recommend it.
And speaking of Wesker, that's pretty great that they have a character that's the offspring of Wesker.
Yeah.
Since Wesker's like a complete and total...
Another spoiler alert. Ada, she wasn't born like normal people. She was born out of the C virus. Actually, she was... You see things coming out of people's backs. That's how she was born. She was one of those things, and... It'll reveal to you in Leon's story. And it says that he'll pick up a tape and on it says "Happy Birthday, Ada," and he finds out how Ada's born. But
that'd be a horrible story to tell. Wouldn't that be a horrible videotape?
Yeah. But as I was saying, pretty awesome game. I haven't played online co-op or co-op period because, well, I just feel like beating it on my own for infinite ammo. It gives you the choice to turn it on. If you turn it on, it don't matter. It don't work anyways. I haven't figured it out. Don't know how. So yeah, I mean that's pretty much all I got on Resident Evil 6. I mean I'll try to get some gameplay up of the story mode of mercenaries, and sadly I'll go and get some of Agent Hunter. Stupid game mode. Well, that's all I have for the games, and now we want to get to the cheat engines because it's almost 40 minutes. Halfway through this, about 20 minutes into it, people are going to get bored, and we just hope that whoever goes through all this, we want to thank you.
We just want to say bravo.
We're going to go from talking about video games.
We've already talked about cheat engine.
Yeah, we're going to cheat software for games, and we already talked, like he said, we already talked about cheat engine, and you can hack into just about anything, any game with it, computer game with it. The next one, I mean, it's for the Game Boy Advance.
We talked about it too.
No. I don't think we talked about this one.
Yeah, we did.
When did we talk about this one?
When I held it up in front of the screen.
No, I just told him what it was. We didn't talk about it. Just by the way, if you don't want to know what he's holding, it's a game show. Yeah, like I guess he said we talked about it earlier. It's Game Shark for the Game Boy Advance. I was so amazed with this game. I've used it on Pokemon and all these other games, and I was like, well, it works for Game Boy Advance. Why don't I try Game Boy Color? Sadly, the Game Boy Color game is a little wider than a Game Boy Advance game, and that pissed me off because, well, shoot. I couldn't use it on Crystal or any other of the old Pokemon versions, and I have to say, out of all of them, Crystal pissed me off because I had a Typhlosion and it evolved into a Sea King, so then I had a Water type that knew Fire type moves, and it was all glitchy, and, it just all went to hell.
I remember the cloning glitch off Crystal.
Everyone remembers that cloning glitch, probably, if they've played it. And another one's coming out black and white, too. I think officially we're just running out of names for the games.
These games are racist.
But I don't know. There's some future games I want, and there's some future games I'll get out and try to get some reviews on, and who knows? We may go from doing games to doing some about movies too. I know we've showed some movies in game fan videos, but I may do one for my movie fans too, because I'm a huge movie buff. But sadly, it's 40 minutes. It's pretty close. It's 20 minutes off of an hour, I think. Yeah, 20 minutes off of an hour.
Good job.
So I guess we're just going to go ahead and wrap it up. I mean, we ain't got nothing else to talk about. I mean, just comment, rate, subscribe, and like I said, episodes, it's either going to be 8, 9, or 10. It's going to be live, and you can ask us questions, what you want, tell us what we need to do, and help us improve, and ask us just about anything you want about games, movies, TV shows. Just ask us anything. So, yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I mean, it's been fun getting out and making another video after a while. I haven't really had much to talk about until now, until we got this new game. It was the whole point of the Resident Evil 6 was the point of this, really. But, like I said, comment, rate, subscribe, and tune in to the next one. It's been great. We'll see you all next time.